We're back with a bonus conversation you'll only see here on CBS News New York. So first question, where is there a must-visit place in your district? Just name one.
Oh my God.
Just pick one.
The falafel at Hazar.
I mean, is there a place where that you would always take visitors?
Yeah, I'd take them there.
Okay, how about you? A must-visit place in your district where you would take visitors?
I would say L&B Spumoni Gardens, fantastic pizza and very famous historical place in Gravesend.
An Italian pizza place? Seriously?
Very good place. Everybody ordering them from all over the world.
You like that, huh?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so how do you take your bagel?
Usually scooped out with cream cheese.
And you?
I'm not into bagels, you know, I'm trying to be in shape, but like, you know.
But if you ate a bagel, what would you put on it?
Usually nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, I'm not into bagels.
Not into bagels, okay. Wow. All right.
Yikes.
Okay.
Maybe toasted bagel, that's all.
How would you describe yourself? Meticulous planner or jump in and figure it out afterwards?
I believe I'm a planner. I believe you have to be strategic when you're solving the problem. And I'm well known that I can organize people in critical situations.
Mr. Brannan, same question. How would you describe yourself? Are you a meticulous planner or are you just going to jump in and figure it out?
I like to jump in and just get things done, roll up my sleeves and solve problems. That's my job, and I love my job.
Who's the smartest person you know?
My wife.
Who's the smartest person you know?
My son.
Your son. Tell us, how old is he?
He's 31. Graduated from Vanderbilt University. I came to America, he was 10 months old, and now I'm very proud of my children.
Have you ever, or would you ever, ride a bicycle on the streets of New York City? Why or why not?
So right now, like, I'm getting so many complaints, especially from seniors, that it is impossible to even walk on our sidewalks. That's why we need to, I support the legislation that all of these e-bikes are registered, have insurance, etc. So I don't think it's a good idea to ride on bicycle on our sidewalks.
So you would, what about riding on a bicycle in the street?
I like to ride on subway, I like to ride on buses, I use public transportation every day.
How about you, ride a bicycle?
I've taken a city bike, and it was a frightening experience.
Why? Tell me about it.
I think, look, people that ride bicycles in the city, we need to make the streets safer for them because, you know, people that ride bicycles are also dealing with the guys on the scooters and the mopeds and the cars and the buses.
Well, two of you just lost the bike vote. I'm going to tell you that. But
I think we need to make. I mean, look. I think the mopeds and the scooters should be licensed and insured, just like any motor vehicle.
So basically, do you support putting license plates on bicycles so that if a bicycle, for example, a big complaint of a lot of people, they go up the streets the wrong way, they go through red lights, would you put license plates on them?
On a regular bicycle without a motor?
Yeah.
No. If it has a motor, if anything that has a motor should have a license and insurance.
But what about a bicycle? Some people think that's a good idea.
I don't.
How about you?
I would prefer to, again, registration and insurance for e-bikes, not regular bicycles. But, you know, police precincts always encourage owners of bicycles to register them with police precincts.
The reason I'm asking the question is because when we go out on the street and we talk to people, one of their biggest complaints is not that people are riding bicycles, but the fact that they don't obey the traffic laws. They go through red lights.
Sure.
They go through they go on one-way streets the wrong way. So what should we do about it if we don't put license plates on them and they can get tickets?
That's the only way to fix it.
We need to enforce existing laws.
There aren't enough cops to stand on the street and say you went through a red light.
That's a problem. I mean, that's why I funded the police and my opponent defunded the police.
That's why you cut $1 billion from NYPD and said these cuts didn't go far enough, you know. And like, I support rights of crime victims. He supports rights of criminals all the time.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Of course, he's just making things up.
Yes.
So how many more cops would you hire?
Well, look, I've got more cops in my district. I have more cops in my local precincts than when I first started. And that didn't happen by accident, right? It happens by a lot of advocacy and making sure. But I think, look, when you go to your precinct commanders, and they're always going to tell you they want more cops, so you want to make sure they've got the tools to do the job.
How many more cops did you
Even under Mayor Bill de Blasio, we had 36,000 cops in New York City. Right now, we have less than 33,000 cops. Every commanding officer in South and Brooklyn I talked to asked for minimum 15, 20 more cops. And he's putting in his campaign literature that he brought more cops to local precincts than ever before in the history of the United States of America.
Happy to show you the data.
Complete lie.
There are more cops.
Complete lie.
Happy to share the data with you as well, Ari. There are more cops in my local precincts now than there were when I first got elected. That doesn't happen by accident. Of course, all commanding officers would love to have some more cops, and I love to get them some more cops. But the fact is, and I can't speak for Ari's district, but
it's your district now.
well, when it becomes my district, that will no longer be a problem. It's a problem now because they have an ineffective councilman.
We have the lowest number of police officers today in New York City in the last 20 years.
So I have one last question. How do you each feel about the fact that the redistricting took both of you and made you run together? It's the first time I can remember where two sitting city council people have to run in the same district. You can go first.
Well, so the redistricting committee had the charge to create a new Asian majority district, and in order to that was the priority, and they drew that district first, and then they sort of put our district together with the scraps that were left, and they stuck our districts together, and I look forward to representing the new 47th district.
Are you angry about it?
Not at all. I look forward to. I love my job so much. I love helping people. I do a really good job. I'm super responsive. My team and I live and breathe this work. I want to show Coney Island what it would be like to have a council member who actually cares, who actually can get things done, who actually is in the room where it happens.
How do you feel about the fact that you have to run against him?
Very good question, very good question. I hosted a rally against this absurd redistricting process. And my opponent went to everybody, to Speaker of New York City Council. I asked him several times not to approve this redistricting that cut Warbo's houses in half, 3 buildings in one district, 2 buildings in another district. He got rid of all neighborhoods and all the communities that voting conservatively. He just hates to admit it,
Marcia,
you know, like.
I was not on the redistricting committee.
Yeah, but it was 15 members on the redistricting committee, 3 Republicans, 12 Democrats, and he's chair of the finance committee, very close to speaker because he dropped out of the speaker race. He couldn't get enough votes and endorsed speaker.
It was a conspiracy to get rid of you?
Absolutely not to get rid of me, to elect the person who was not electable. That was the conspiracy. Not to get rid of me.
He's not electable?
Absolutely not, of course.
Conspiracies are wild, wild.
Okay, well, on the conspiracy...
Hundreds of letters people wrote against this configuration. Verrazano bridge together with Coney Island. Only in his mind he could do it.
Couldn't get it done. It's a shame.
Yeah.
On the conspiracy note, we're going to end it right there. Thank you all for joining me at home, and thank you, both of you, for joining for a very spirited discussion.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.